Macmillan Audio presents To Play the Fool by Laurie R. King. Read for you by Alyssa Bresnahan.
Chapter 1. Brother Fire. The fog lay close over San Francisco, the morning the homeless gathered in the park to cremate Theophilus. Brother Erasmus had chosen the site, the small baseball diamond in the western half of Golden Gate Park. Only one or two of the men and women who came together recognized the macabre irony in the site's location, which adjoined the barbecue pits, and wondered if Brother Erasmus had done it deliberately. It was his style, to be sure. The first of the park's residents to wake that gray and dripping January morning was Harry. His awakening was abrupt, as always, more a matter of being launched from sleep by the ghosts in his head than it was a true waking up. One moment he was snoring peacefully, the next he snorted, then there was a brief struggle with the terrifying confines of the bedroll before he flung it off and scrambled heavily upright to crash in blind panic through the shrubs. After half a dozen steps, his brain began to make its connections, and after 3 more, he stopped, bent over double to cough for a while, and then turned back to his bed beneath the rhododendrons. He methodically loaded his duffel bag with the possessions too valuable to risk leaving behind. The photograph of his wife and their long-dead son, taken in 1959. One small, worn book, a rosary, the warm woolen blanket some kind person had left, he was certain, for him, folded on their front steps, and began to close the duffel bag, then stopped, pulled it open again, and worked a hand far, far down into it. Eventually his fingers closed on the texture they sought, and he pulled out a necktie, a wadded length of grubby silk with an eye-bruising pattern that had been popular in the 60s. He draped it around the back of his neck, adjusted the ends in front, and began the tricky loop-and-through knot with hands composed of 10 thumbs. The 3rd time the slippery fabric escaped his grasp, he cursed, then looked around guiltily. Putting an expression of improbable piety onto his face, he returned to the long unused motions. The 5th try did it. He pulled the tie snug against the outside collars of the 2 shirts he wore, then after a moment of thought, bent again to the duffel bag. This time he didn't have to dig any farther than his forearm before encountering the comb, as orange as the tie and almost as old. He ran the uneven teeth through his thin hair, smoothed the result down with spit-wet palms, straightened his wrinkled tie with the panache of an investment banker, and pulled the top of the duffel bag shut. Harry took a final look around his cave-like shelter beneath the shrubbery, swung the bag over his right shoulder, and pushed his way back out into the clearing. He paused only to pick up the 3 dead branches he had leaned against the tree the night before. Then, branches upraised in his left hand, he turned west, deeper into the park. Scotty was awake now, too, thanks to Harry's convulsive coughing fit 150 feet away. Scotty wasn't an early riser. He lay for some time, listening through a stupor of sleep and booze to the preparations of his neighbor. Finally Harry left, and the silence of dripping fog and cars on Fulton Street lulled him back toward sleep.
But Theophilus was your friend, he told himself in disgust.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?